Ahoy! My name is Kurt, welcome to my channel, welcome to Kurt Bastelt. Today I've got another fantasy tabletop scene for my little alien snail warriors, and for the base I've once again used a 7mm thick exercise mat. I got a pack of 10 for about €9 somewhere. I wanted to incorporate several little features into the scene, like this sculpture consisting of a transparent sphere, a weird looking thingy and a wooden pedestal. Inside I hid a string of lights to illuminate the transparent sphere. If you enjoy my work and would like to support me and my channel, I'd greatly appreciate a subscription and a thumbs up. Thank you very much. Let's dive back into the video. I wanted to hint at 3 different paths. A path leading to a portal on the left, an energy source on the right, and a ritual site in the middle. So I covered the base with 2cm thick styrofoam and began by crafting the center of the scene. The sculpture in the middle needed some sort of offering ball, for which I used a half acrylic sphere. I simply glued it into the cutout shape in the floor with hot glue. On the back side I removed some material to make space for the batteries. I tinkered around until I was satisfied with the shape and then started on the 2 stone staircases, which I wanted to place on the left and right sides, respectively. Again, I used styrofoam for this. So I set up a new camera system to give you a better perspective, and then of course blocked the view with my big head. Next time I'll do better, hopefully. I added a platform to the left side staircase to later accommodate the portal sunk into the ground. The right staircase was meant to be a bit larger and tower over the scene, as if the energy source were a small lighthouse, shining its energy into the world. I scattered some leftover styrofoam to fill in holes and gaps and give the surface more texture and character. I found a couple of Beyblade knockoffs at a thrift store that were perfect for such small projects. So I disassembled one, let's call it a fake blade, and transferred its shape onto the styrofoam. I removed material to make room for the portal. I also disassembled the small lighthouse or energy source and attached the bottom part to the stone path with hot glue. I glued the portal into its final position as well. Later I scattered some small rocks and pebbles made of styrofoam, and here's a quick overview. This is how the scene looks at the moment. Time for modeling clay. I used it to cover all the gaps and openings and ensure a cohesive look. I periodically checked if the electronics still worked. Okay, everything's fine. I covered my work surface with a plastic sheet because things are about to get messy. I spread craft glue throughout the scene and sprinkled sand into the still wet glue. The sculpture in the middle of the scene also received a craft glue sand coating. Once done, I grabbed small decorative stones and glued them into the scene with craft glue as well. To prime the surface, I mixed a dab of water with a good amount of craft glue and a lot of black acrylic paint. I applied this mixture generously and let it dry overnight. The next morning I decided to add an old mystical tree to the scene, and for this I simply used aluminum foil and hot glue. Admittedly, not the sturdiest method, but that's okay for now. I covered the aluminum foil with modeling clay, ensuring you can immediately tell the tree is made of aluminum foil. Using modeling tools, I gave the surface a bark-like texture. I then glued the tree into the scene with a hefty amount of hot glue and covered the remaining foil with modeling clay to better integrate the tree with the rest of the scene. The next morning I primed everything with white matte spray paint and let it dry completely to avoid ruining my brushes. I mixed wood stain with some water and a bit of light brown acrylic paint. I applied this mixture generously everywhere and dried the individual layers with my hairdryer. I gave the tree a coat of dark brown acrylic paint. This scene also needs a lush green moss carpet, so I spread craft glue again and sprinkled moss into the still wet glue. No tabletop fantasy scene is complete without flowers, so I grabbed my best artificial flowers and scattered them everywhere. Especially around the portal area, where the life energy is strongest. I attached a few fake rhinestones and gems to the sculpture to create a visual connection to my alien snail warriors. I gave the tree a subtle coat of moss green acrylic paint and later some white chalk paint to highlight the details again. I may have gone a bit overboard with the white. Oops. I then cut a hole in the bottom of the portal to hide another light source, and the overall picture suddenly looked much more balanced, much more cohesive. Then I removed the masking tape, finished the small lighthouse, distributed all light sources, and the ritual scene for my DIY tabletop figures was complete. At the end of the video I have another scene for you, which we crafted during a live stream. By now there are 4 scenes and my apartment is slowly getting crowded. I don't know where to put all the stuff. Thank you so much for tuning in and sticking around until the very end, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I'd be delighted if you join me again next time. Until then, take care.